Hi parents and speakers, I'm Coach Emily, the founder of Pancake Speaking School. As you are watching this video, it means that you are curious to find out more. President Speech is a public speaking competition open for children 5 to 12 years old to grow their confidence to the next level. Now, for the past 13 years, we have been organizing this competition in the hope for children to take their first step. Now, when it comes to competition, I often hear parents say, competition is only for children who are very confident. My child is not so confident. I don't think my child is suitable for the competition. Now, parents, is that true? The answer is no. Think about it, parents. How does your child grow their confidence? Is it by one day miraculously when they wake up, boom, suddenly they turn confident? Not so much, right? But instead, it takes them to take their first step, followed by the second and the third step. Eventually, they become more confident and brave to speak. And that is the reason why we started this President Speech competition. It is not just for children who is already confident, but it's also for children who wants to take their first step in a very safe and encouraging environment. So if you want your child to be confident, this competition will encourage your child to take their first few steps. In this competition, there are a total of 4 categories. Category A for children 5 to 6 years old, B for children 7 to 8 years old, C, children 9 to 10 years old, and category D is for children for 11 to 12 years old. Now that you know the categories, you must be curious, what are the format of this competition and what do they need to prepare themselves for? Now, for category A, it is called a live speaking exposure. Now, because all these category children are usually younger, which is 5 to 6 years old, we want to encourage them to take their first step. Instead of making like a competitive format, we want them to enjoy speaking and encourage them to want to join. So hence, they will only have one round in the competition day, and it is known as live speaking exposure. Now, in this live speaking exposure, they will be individually going onto the stage and share their speech based on the topic that is given. And instead of giving prizes, we actually have a speaker's journey card for them. And in this journey card, they can collect stamps and stickers. So for example, if let's say in the competition day, they did well in terms of their body language, volume and tonality, they will get 3 stamps. So there will be a series of stamps for them to collect such that by the end of the day, they know, oh, what are some of the things that I did well and what are the areas that I can continue to improve on. So let me remind parents again, for category A children, it is not a competition, but it is a live speaking exposure. And the difference is they will not be competing among each other for champion or even first runner-up or second runner-up. Instead, they will be getting a journey card for them to know, what are the areas that I did well, and they will get a sticker in their journey, and what are the areas that they can improve on. Now, why do we have this format for younger children of 5 to 6 years old? Is because we notice that young children like them needs a bit more encouragement and time for them to step outside the comfort zone. So our focus in this particular part is to get them to step outside of their comfort zone, not to compete against each other, and they won't feel like, my friend is better than me, I'm not good enough. But instead, they can focus on their own journey to know that, what are the things that I did well and what are the things that I can improve on. Now, for category B, C and D, which is children 7 years old and above, there are a total of 2 rounds that you will need to go through. The first round is called the live audition. Now, this is the part where you will need to have a prepared speech to present in front of the audience and judges. After you have shared your prepared speech, the judges will be asking you a few questions to know more about your speech or even yourself. Now, if let's say your child is selected from round 1, they will be going through round 2, which is grand final. Only 5 people will be selected to join the grand final in each category. The grand final will be on the same day itself, which means in the morning it will be round 1, which is the prepared speech, and round 2, which is the grand final in the afternoon. Now, if your child is selected for the grand final, there are 2 parts in the grand final. The first part will be an impromptu speech. They'll be given a topic for them to talk about, and they will have a few minutes to prep. And once the prep time is up, they are required to stand in front of the audience and share what are their thoughts about the topic that is given to them. Now, specifically for category D, before they present their thoughts about their topic, they will be put in a discussion where a few of them will sit down in a round table and they will discuss what are their thoughts about the topic. Once that's done, they will be having some time to consolidate their thoughts and then present what is their point of view in the speech itself. For more information on how and what are the details, you can refer to our guidebook as all the information are stated clearly. In the grand finals, once they completed part 1, which is the impromptu, they will then proceed to part 2, which is their prepared speech. So this prepared speech will be the same as what they have presented in the live audition. The only difference is this round, they will be invited to speak in front of a bigger crowd. So I recap. If let's say your child is selected for the grand final, there will be 2 parts. The first part will be the impromptu speech, and the second part will be the prepared speech, which is similar to the live audition speech. Now, parents, on top of this live audition and grand final, there will be a bonus competition round known as People's President. Whether your child is in category A, B, C, or D, your child will be submitting an online video within 1 to 2 minutes speaking about confidence. Now, the reason of this online competition is to spread their voice and let their voice make an impact to the people in the world. And how can your child win in the competition? The highest shares, as well as the second one, which is likes, will be getting an award. We will only be choosing one winner in each category. Now, bear in mind that this online competition has no impact and no correlation with the live audition and grand final. This is purely an additional competition to encourage children to share their voice and let their voice be heard. For more information, you can refer to the terms and conditions. Now that you know about the competition format, you must be curious, what are the packages available and how can we support your child to grow in this journey? Now, there are a total of 3 packages. The first package is known as the basic package, which consists of 6 things. Number 1 is goodie bags by our sponsors. Number 2 is President Speech 2025 Competition Guidebook. Now, this guidebook is super important because it has all the details that you need to know, including the topics, the judging criteria, what to take note in the president's speech or even live audition, live speaking exposure, all that you need to know, it is actually in this guidebook. So it is super important for you parents to be able to read this. The third is Personalized Performance Report. Now, this performance report is about your child's growth and journey. So by the end of this journey, they will be receiving a report sharing with them what are the things that they did well and what are the things that they can improve on. The fourth is Certificate of Participation. The fifth will be Speak to Lead Masterclass series, where we have a series of 12 recording videos that can support your child to grow their confidence to the next level. And the sixth will be a President Speech t-shirt, which they'll be wearing in the competition day itself. The second package is known as the Premium Package, which consists of all the things that we have in the basic package, and on top of that, it is a 7-hour Speak to Win workshop. Speak to Win workshop aims to help children to grow their confidence, especially in this competition journey, where parents, you might not know what are the best way to guide my child to craft their speech, to grow their confidence, to encourage them. Hence, in this particular competition, Speak to Win is a workshop to support them, to grow them such that they are ready to present on stage. And the third package is known as the Elite. So Elite has all that premium consists, including workshop, and at the same time, on top of the workshop, we have a 3-day Speak to Rise workshop for your child. So this Speak to Rise workshop is actually a 3-day holiday workshop where your child gets to grow their confidence journey even more on top of joining the Speak to Win workshop. For more information about Speak to Rise and what is covered, you can talk to one of our coaches. Once you have done the first 2 steps, the third step would be to check your email after you have submitted the Google form. Now, in the email, you'll be receiving a speaker's guidebook that can guide your child A to Z, all you need to know about the competition. That includes what are the topics, what are the agenda, and all the details that you need to know for the live audition and grand finals. So parents and speakers, I look forward to see you in the President's Speech, and may your child take their first step. Or for some of you, you have been taking your first step, it is time for you to challenge yourself to continue to take the bold step. Looking forward to see you, and till then, be the change and be the voice.